Hey, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Let's wait for 5 more minutes and then we will start to the session. Okay, so I guess we are good to go. So, am I audible properly? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. No, actually, at my side, it is raining, so internet might get fluctuate. So let me know, like, if you are not able to hear me. Okay. So, anyways, uh, so last time we did a class of statistics, and also we started like the very introductory part of Python, right? So all of you have Jupyter installed right now. Is there anyone who still haven't?
Yes, sir. Installed.
Installed for everyone? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So starting from today, we will start the Python, like the Python program will start from very scratch. And I have multiple like hands-on stuff also that we'll do in the class itself. And remember, like as I told in my last class also, that starting from today, block at least 30 minutes from your daily schedule and practice Python. Okay. You need to make a habit. You need to make a habit for at least like 1 month, 1 to 2 months, at least for the longer period that we will be doing the class. So this thing is much needed. Otherwise, like, you will see like while I'll be explaining, it might seems very easy, but once you're going to write the same thing that I have explained, you'll get to know like what are the different challenges that like first timer faces. Okay, so make sure you practice like whatever I'll be giving, and you can do it on your own. You can refer any YouTube video for a particular topic. You can check and you can practice it. The ultimate goal is you need to practice more and more. Then only you can adopt the programming language culture. Like this is important for those who are actually going to learn program for the very first time in their life. And if you already, some of you, I guess, already have some programming knowledge, doesn't matter whether it's like C, C++, Java, anything, JavaScript, like then you'll get to know like how Python is actually a better and how like the core concepts are kind of related. Okay. Okay. So let's start. Let me share my screen.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, can you please start this session with a small introduction of Python? A Jupyter notebook, sir. It is opening on my website, sir. I
Yeah.
installed the way you told me. It is opening in one of the website. So,
Mhm.
web-based or where is the data stored? How it is accessing files and folders on a computer? A small briefing, sir.
Okay, so see, so like first time probably this thing is opening at your screen,
Yes, sir.
right? Kind of this thing. This is nothing but see user. Okay. This is nothing but this path, like from your path, your C drive user, your user, and whatever these things, like see here, from here you can access desktop, right? See, you have desktop and you can access all the desktop stuff. Here also, you have desktop, you can access it. Okay. So basically, whatever folders that you have over here, files and folders, you can check it here also. You have desktop, document, downloads, favorites, each and everything is present. Okay. So basically, this is the path. And here, like you can simply go to desktop. So if you go to desktop and you can check with your own desktop, you will see all these like files and folders. You can see it over here, right? So here you can choose, either you can create a folder. Let's say I'm creating a folder, okay? It's not shortcut. Let me, like, this is my folder. Let's say first Python. Okay, so see, this is my folder, and inside this folder, let's say I want to create the Python notebook file. So can anyone tell me, like, if I see here, I'm getting the folder, okay? First Python, click here. So can anyone tell me, like, if I create a Python notebook, what will be my extension of this that Python notebook?
.py.
No, it's not .py.
PYNB.
Dot
Dot
IPM.
IPM.
IPYNB.
PYMB.
Exactly. That is basically IPython notebook.
Hmm.
So here, let me zoom it just a minute. Okay. So 10 seconds zoom now. Yeah, perfect. So see here, you have couple of options. Okay, once you click inside or whatever, any folder or where, in the right side, you can see you have couple of options. You have upload, you have new, and here you have some filters. So, and also you have refresh. For example, let's say you created here you created something, a file or folder you have created, and here if you click on refresh, then you can also see it over here. Generally, it is auto refreshed, so we manually don't need to do it most of the time. So here you can click on new for the first time. You can click on new, and here you can see that Python 3 kernel. Also, you can create some text file folder terminal. You can open a terminal also. So, and simply you need to click on IPYND kernel. Okay. And once you click on it, you can see like this is the page that I'll be getting. Jupyter is very lightweight, so it actually opens in your browser itself. So this is also an advantage. Okay. So I hope like till now everyone can like everyone is aligned. Like all of you can create a Jupyter notebook. Any doubt? Let me know.
Sir, I have a Jupyter notebook, and in this I just have a Anaconda, not Python.
What? You have Jupyter notebook? I guess you have Anaconda, inside that you have Jupyter notebook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so see, okay, leave it. Let me close my tabs. Everything is closed. So what you need to do, first, you need to open the Anaconda Navigator. You need to open the Anaconda Navigator. You also have something called Anaconda Prompt. So ignore it for now. I'll tell you like how we can use the Anaconda Prompt in very later stage.
Okay.
Navigator. So it will take time. Anaconda is heavy. So yeah, it is taking a little bit of time. These kind of some terminal will open and it will auto close. Don't make it close forcefully. Okay.
Okay.
Sure. And here you will see initializing. And it's almost done. Like it's asking for me an update. You can update it or always use the latest Anaconda. I'll update today later.
Okay.
If you open Anaconda, you might have this kind of like dashboard. And here you need to launch the Jupyter Notebook. You are
Okay.
the first time, then you might need to install. For example, you can see here these things I need to install. Just click on install, it will install here only, and click on launch, and then your Jupyter Notebook will open in your default browser. Mine is Chrome, so it is about to open in Chrome. Okay. Okay. Here, as you can see, it's open. And once you open your Jupyter Notebook, you will get the first page like this.
Yes, sir.
Nothing but C drive, user, your name, and your name, whatever folders are there, you can see.
Yes, sir.
You can navigate, like I'm navigating to desktop. Here I have the notebook. You can create your own new notebook, or if you already have a notebook, just click on there and you can open it. Okay, this is the way you open a Jupyter notebook.
Okay.
Okay, for others, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Anyone having any doubt in the opening, app opening, please let me know. Okay. Now, let me give you a brief introduction of a programming language. Okay. So there are some common factors that you can find in each and every program languages. For example, let it load. So see, so a program language must have something, a particular statement or particular function to print. Okay, like for Python, it is only print. For example, for Java, it is system.out.println, sys, basically that. For C++, C++, it is printf, right? So there must be something that will, whatever like input you will give, it should show to the screen. So this is the basic one. There is something called like variables. Okay. Now variables means what? As I said, variables is nothing but a container. Inside the container, you can store any kind of data. Okay, single data. Remember, you can't store more than one data inside one variable. And data is also different type. It could be a numeric data, it could be a string value, it could be a boolean, different type of data that is possible. Okay, variable. After that, now it comes the pillars, basically the basic pillars of program language. The first one is conditional statement. Okay, conditional statements is nothing but a bunch of if else. Right. This is common for every program language. Doesn't matter C, Java, C++, Python. You will find this like conditional statements. You will find something called loops. Okay. There are different types of loops that is present. You just need to know what kind of loops that supports that particular program.
If else.
Sorry, what?
Or loop, while loop.
Yeah. For loop, while we have
For
it.
loop, do while.
Okay. Do while loop, like there is no do while loop in Python. Okay, in other program language, it might there, but in Python we have two different kind of loops only. That is for loop and while loop. Okay. Then after that, we have something called function. Now, function is something that is very important and that is very useful, and Python actually stand out here. Python have multiple different type of functions. It could be built-in functions, it could be like user-defined function, it could be anonymous function. And there are multiple like different type of functions, different type of modules that you will see, and Python is famous for that. Only reason that Python is the most favorite language of all like data scientists because it has a wide number of libraries. Okay. Now, what is a library? That is the first question, right? So have you seen like after Python, like in your like roadmap, data analytics roadmap, what is there? What things that are there? Once you complete the code Python, what is the next step? Anyone?
Classes and objects.
Sorry, can you come again?
Classes and objects.
No, classes and objects are inside function only, inside Python code Python only. After complete code Python, what is the next step that is given? There is something called NumPy. There's something called pandas.
Library.
Yeah, there's something called matplotlib. These things are Python libraries. These are external libraries that is like written in Python itself. Okay, so core Python is different. Python extended libraries is way different. And can anyone guess and tell me how many different types of library the Python programming language has? Any guesses?
Huge number.
So many.
Yes.
Sorry.
Lots.
Yeah, definitely it's a lot. But can anyone give me a number? Like what are the like how many? It could be like 50, 100,
Sir,
100.
hello.
Yes.
Sir, it can be more than 1 lakh.
1 lakh. Let's Google it.
More
Okay.
than 1 lakh.
Number of Python. Python library exist. Is the top 30 top. How many Python packages are there? Okay. So see, it exists 2 lakh. Okay. And
Yes,
it's
sir.
Okay.
200,000. And it is also, if you just go to Python website, it was used to be there, like how many different type of Python libraries are. There was a rough number. I don't know if it's still there or not. It started. Okay, see, the latest Python version is currently 3.11.2. Okay, but again, as I said, like currently don't go for the latest one because this latest one is not stable. Why it's not stable? Because it has huge number of libraries. And if you change the core Python, then you need to do some changes in each and every library. So those library changes actually needs time. So this is the reason we generally use Python 3.8. Earlier, we generally use 3.6. After that, now we use 3.8. It could be 3.9, but not definitely more than 3.9. Okay. Once you have free time, always like explore this Python website. Okay, this is a really good website. It will tell a lot and lots of things regarding Python. And if you want to read something, you have this documentation. If you click on docs, so see, here you have beginner's guide. From here, like this is for your self-learning. You can seriously use it. And also, if you are expert enough, then you can actually, here you can contribute to Python, you can bug tracker. If you've got any kind of bug in the core Python like module or anywhere, you can report it over here. If it's legitimate, then you might get a reward. Like this is like the most exciting things that developer does. Anyways, let comes to the functions. Once we are done with functions, then we have something called object-oriented program. Okay, Python is a object-oriented program-based language, and this is the last pillar of for any programming language. Okay, so all these things we will learn eventually one by one, and we'll see. Okay, let's come back. So as I said, the first thing that everyone does, the print statement. Now, how we can like run, let's say I have hello world. Okay, I want to display this hello world in my output. Fine. How I can do it? I can simply use the print function. Okay. Now, like we will go detailed study of what is a function. But for now, remember, if something comes with this parenthesis brackets, okay, that means it is known as a function for now. Okay. So we have a print function, and inside that we need to pass the hello world. And if you run it, you can click on this run button, or you can simply like select like shift and enter together, and you will see the hello world is printed, right? One more thing, that Python is case sensitive. Okay, now I hope you all of you know what is case sensitive. If you make it capital P, okay, it won't work. And if you write a function wrong, you will get a kind of error. As you can see, this is called name error. Okay, can anyone tell me like what is error?
The P print.
No, like in general, in program language, what is error?
Anything that the compiler doesn't understand.
Exactly. This is actually the right thing. Anything that compiler doesn't understand, this is, you can see, you can tell it as a error. Now, in program language, there is something called exception. That exception thing we will tell later. Okay, there are a couple of terms that is like look similar, but it is very different. Now, also, you need to know what are the different kind of errors that you can get. Okay, there is a big list. You don't need to go through the list, but remember, you also need to read the error. So remember, if you are doing anything wrong in the name purpose, for example, you given a function name wrong. Okay, for example, you given like a class name also wrong. Anything that is correctly given as a name and you are making it wrong, then only you will get a something called name error. It is very easy to identify. Name error means somewhere you have specified some function name or some attribute, some class name wrong. Okay. So see, once you run it, you'll get hello world over here. That means this thing is running. Now, what is the significance of this 3? Can anyone tell me?
Python version.
No, sir.
No.
Sir, you have wrote
Sir, the
three
number of time you
statements.
have executed that code.
The 3 statements.
Exactly.
Yes.
Number like amount of time that I executed that cell. Okay. It will show here. Now, let's say you want to like print these things. You can simply like put it in a print statement, and if you run it like this, and here you will get. Now, just take a look here. You can like if you want to pass anything like as a string over here inside print statement, always you need to use the double quotes. Okay. And in Python, like this is strictly in Python, if you use single quote, that is also fine. It will do the same thing. So either you can use double quote or single quote if you want to pass any like this kind of character value. Okay, this is known as string value. Any kind of string value if you pass, you need to put it in a double quote. Now, what you can't do that, let's say you start with a double quote and you are ending with single quote. And similar for opposite, like if you are starting with a single quote and ending with a double quote, this thing you can't do. And
Hello.
you can see a kind of error that I'm getting, syntax error.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a question, sir. Sir, what is the use of double commas and single commas when they have the same function?
Both the things are exactly same. Now, one thing you can use, let's say you want to give an apostrophe, right? Like this. This thing you can use, like literally. Otherwise, the double quotes and single quotes in a print statement works exactly similar. Okay. Let's move. Now,
Sir,
yeah, tell me.
sir, can we use single quotes in the string and use apostrophe in the same string?
No, we can't. See,
Oops.
now if you run it, you'll get error. Invalid syntax.
Okay, sir.
Either you can use complete single quotes or you can use complete double quote. Okay, and this is where you can, in these cases, you will get error. Now, again, what kind of error we are looking at? Syntax error. Now, what is a syntax? Syntax is something that for each and every programming language, there is a certain way to write it, right? For example, I'm writing inside this print function and I have to use either single quote or either double quote both the time. If I do something changes or if I do something wrong over there, you will always find something called syntax error. Okay. And as you can see, EOL while scanning string literal. What is EOL stands for? Any guesses? End of line. Okay. So tell me, this is the first thing, like the baby step for Python, like the how to print a particular thing. Is it clear? Anyone having any doubt in the print statement?
No, sir.
Sir, can you tell me the once again the apostrophe case in this?
See, this is a very basic thing. For example, let's say print. You are using a double quotes like Aman's money, for example. Okay. Now let's say if you are using a single quote is only used as apostrophe. I hope you know. Now, if you write it like this, Aman's money, then it won't work because what is saying that it's starting from here and it's ending up to here. So how we can print the remaining part? Okay. For example, for these cases, you can use double quote and you can also end it with double quote. Like that's all. This is one of the.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, if you don't have any single quote present inside a string, your double quote and single quote will work exactly similar. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that's all. That's the only difference.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move to declaring variables. Now, what I said, like, what is a variable? A variable is nothing but a container where I can store multiple different type of data. Remember, I can only store one data. Let's say I have 3 different data I want to store, then I need 3 different variables for that. Okay. Now, let's see how we can assign a variable, and there are also some particular rules. So see, storing a data inside a variable. Now, I'm creating a variable, let's say name. Okay, fine. And here I'm storing this data, Jenny. As I said, Jenny is a string and I'm storing this Jenny inside name. And if I just print name, what it will print? It will print Jenny. Right? Clear now?
Sir, we can directly write Jenny in the place of name now. Print Jenny.
We can write. This is where I'm using a variable. We can definitely write it.
Okay.
Now, if I write print name, what it will print?
Jenny.
Name.
The name, sorry.
Exactly. This is the difference. Once this thing is taking as a string, okay? Now this is a variable. So once you are using a variable, never put the colons, okay? Otherwise, it will directly print the variable name and it won't print what inside the variable. Okay, clear till now?
Yes, sir.
Very simple. One more thing. Let's say you want to store, like, let's say n equal to 6. Now this is a value, this is a integer value, right? I guess numerical value, forget about integer for now. You can directly store 6 inside n. If you print n, it will directly give 6. For 6, you don't need to give this quotes. Okay.
Sir, for the text value, we have to give the strings, and for the numerical, we can write same as
Exactly.
we can.
Exactly. Now the fun part is, if you even give quotes, it will still give you 6. But when when it will be a problem, that I'll tell you later. But for now, just remember, if I'm using a number, okay, if I want to store a numeric value, we won't give quotes. That is an I'll tell you shortly. Okay, now let's come to the string concatenation. Okay, take any other program language. You can make an addition of 2 plus 5, right? You can make a addition of 4 plus 2. Any numeric value you can make addition. Can you make an addition of m plus n?
No, sir.
In Python, you can do. This thing is known as string concatenation. Any idea what will be the output?
MW.
Sorry?
MW.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's M.
MN together.
MN. Yes,
MN together. So two different string, and I am basically merging, and this is only known as concatenation. Okay. So string concatenation, the concatenation operator is only our plus operator. So I have name. What value is present inside my name? Jenny, right? So I can simply print it like nice to meet you plus n. I mean name. So you can see nice to meet you, Jenny. Okay. Any doubt till now? No. Okay. One more way we can do the same thing, concatenation, by using the comma operator.
Hello, sir.
Like put something nice to meet you. The same thing I can do with the comma operator, and it will return you the same thing. Okay.
If you want to specify anything like comma or colon or dash, anything in between both nice to meet you and between the name, is it possible like we do in SQL and other?
Yeah, like that only. These are also operators.
After comma, we can give the dash or anything, right?
After comma, what?
After comma or before comma, we have to mention that anything.
Because comma is a separator of different parameter. So comma means my like print is understanding that this is one particular separator, perimeter, and this is another parameter. Okay. Now, let's come to user input.
Sir, first the name genuine. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, tell me.
The declaring variable, the first one which we printed, that Jenny name. Actually, I'm getting that error as string is not callable. Why it's that error is
String is not callable.
str, that is str object is not callable.
Object is not callable. Like,
Yeah.
okay, share screen once. I guess you can share.
Sure.
You're also getting some error, some problem. You can ask me. Like that only.
My screen is visible.
Yeah.
Can I see this?
Okay. Name equal to Jenny. Name. Why it's not callable? Okay, run it one more time.
I tried it 17 times.
Yeah. No. Click the cell and run it.
Should I change this?
No, that doesn't matter. Okay, still run it.
Hello.
Yeah.
So I think he's not giving the space between the name and the equal.
Is it so? Let me try.
Not
Name and the
using-
equal, please give
Yeah, give us space after name.
name.
Variable should start
Name.
with small letter, sir.
Name and the equal. Name equal to Jenny.
Name and the equal.
Yeah.
Yes, then we.
Same file.
That is not.
Sir, name is small, capital N should not come.
No. That is capital name that is assigned, so it should give. I also gave the capital thing. Okay, do one thing. Go click on the kernel. Okay. Kernel, yeah. Click. Restart. Restart the kernel. If this is the case, then probably your Python is not like installed correctly.
Sir, I think, sir, isn't it like the variable name should not start with a capital letter? Is
No.
there a-
No.
Okay.
Start with capital letter, small
Sir,
letter.
hello, sir.
Yeah.
The code is successfully run in my
Yeah,
system.
it should be running.
Yes, sir.
And now it is running.
Okay. So the thing is, this thing actually comes with experience. Your code was completely correct. Probably you like opened your kernel for a longer time and it was idle. So it was stopped. Okay.
Okay.
Might have
Got it.
like
Thank you, sir.
depending upon your previous like whatever other stuff is actually running. Just take a look, like it's for all of you. Okay. Like if your like Jupyter or Anaconda is taking much resource of your computer, you better turn off whatever other things that is opening. Otherwise, like due to the optimization, like your Windows might stop the kernel. That actually happened. Anyways, let's move. My screen visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's come to something called user input. Now, there are two kind of input that probably in every program language supports. That is predefined input and one is user input. Okay. Now, what is the difference? So predefined input, we actually provide during the compilation time and user input we provide during the runtime. Now, what is compilation? What is runtime? So till now, what we did, like variable, we are putting, let's say I'm storing a 9 inside my variable. And after that, if I'm printing my variable, then I'm getting 9, right? Now, what I'm doing, I'm assigning a particular value. And after that, I'm clicking on run. Then only I'm getting this value, right? Till now, we did this thing only. Yeah. Understanding everyone?
Sir, please repeat.
Thing is, till now, how we have given the input. Let's say I have a 9. Let's say I have this line, b equal to 9. So once we run it, then only I'm getting the value 9.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, simple thing. Now, what user input says that I want to give, I want to assign this particular value in the runtime. Now, runtime means once you click on run, then your compiler or interpreter start running, start executing the cell. I want to give this particular value after I click on run. Till now, can we do it? Like, can I simply write v equal to blank and I just print it, and during runtime I'll get some value? We can't. Okay. Now here the user defined input comes. User defined input means I will give my particular value during runtime. And for that, I need a function called input. Okay, let's check it out. See how I can write. First, I need a variable where I need to store everything. Okay, A is my variable. Inside my variable, I have a function input, and inside input, I'm passing a string. This string is exactly similar like your print statement. Whatever you pass inside this input and also inside this quotes, it will simply print on your machine, print as an output. Okay. Now, what is the difference between like this line and this line? Am I assigning some particular value or a particular thing inside A?
No, sir.
Not yet.
No, sir.
No. What I'm passing a input, I'm passing a function, input function inside A. Now you will see once you run it.
Enter your name.
Enter your name and it's asking. The cursor is blinking means the cell is still running. I can check the cell is still running or not by looking at here. If you take a look, if it's a star, that means this cell is still running and it's waiting for your input. Let's give some input. Let's say X. And how you can terminate? By clicking
Enter.
Now, as per my logic, this Alex should be inside this A. Let's print it. As you can see, let's do a basic concatenation. You can check it here. So this is something called user input.
Hello.
It says
Sir,
here
we can,
you, yeah.
sir, we can also give the condition in the user inputs.
Condition means what?
The condition, if my age is below 17 or 18, we can't participate in some of the function.
Those things will come later. The conditional statement that will come later. You don't need to worry about this right.
Okay, sir.
Try to understand how we can simply give the username. Okay.
Sir, I have to ask one thing.
Yeah.
How we will delete this whole row, like IN21, if I want to delete this whole?
Click. Cut.
Okay, not by the delete or back option.
No, that won't work.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I just tried this.
Yeah.
Enter your name, right? After entering, we just need to enter manually, right?
Yeah, like if you run it, then it will ask you for the user input. And if you give any name over here, then you'll get it.
So actually, I'm getting some problem here. After giving any name, I'm
Yeah.
unable to click on that particular area where I'm not getting what you are getting, like after entering name. Is it
Are you getting this?
okay? That colon, maybe that pro issue. No.
Is it asking for the input?
Yeah, it is asking for input.
Okay.
But once
Give-
again, enter or I'm showing if I'm clicking anything else, then I think that whole it's showing some error and it's escaping to the next line.
Okay. It
Should I share screen if or
okay.
should wait?
Wait. Let me stop sharing. Okay, share your screen. Let's see.
Right. Yeah, visible.
The thing is, it's already running. Yeah. Restart your panel. Now run it.
All right. So let me give any name here.
Enter.
Then
Enter. Enter. Press enter.
okay. Got
And-
it. So this one again I have to run. All right.
Okay.
Thanks.
Perfect. Okay. Moving forward. So tell me, like, any doubt in this user input part? How we can take the user input?
No.
User input. All good till now?
Sir, how you write this user input word here, like in this capital?
You need to check my last class. Here, you can use each.
Markdown, heading
You
some.
can use it as a code, markdown, raw, or heading. This is basically I'm using a heading.
Okay.
Sir, you will
My
share
last
your
class,
file,
right?
right, sir?
Yeah?
After class, you will share this file with
Yeah,
us,
I'll
right?
share it after class. I'll share.
Oh, all right. So, do you want us to do with you, or we just need to hear you?
No, it's
Later.
fine. Like you just check it like here, and after that you can practice. That is also fine. That's all. Okay. Now, very simple. Like let's say you have multiple user input. You just need the different variables, and after that you can simply print it like this. For example, enter your name. Let me put my name. Education, and age. Like this, you can do this. Very simple, taking a user input and I'm printing. Okay. So I'm hoping that till now it's clear. Let's move to the arithmetic operations. Now, arithmetic operation, he can do it simply like this. Make a print statement and pass whatever arithmetic operation you want to pass. And this is specifically for Python, that you can only do this thing even without any print statement. Here, it will still get the value. Okay. Or you're getting right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just give me 1 minute.
Hello,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, what is out 31? The output 31, sir. This means
30. See, this thing is sequential. Okay. 28. First, I have run all these cells 26, 27, 28, 29. After that, I'm running 30, then 31.
okay.
In 31, out 31. If I run it this thing again, you will see it's 32.
Okay. Out.
Okay. Everything is sequential.
For me, it's showing print is not defined.
What?
Print is not defined showing for me. For everything, name also I tried, but for me, showing print is not defined.
Print is not defined.
Yeah.
Let's check the print. Like you must have written is wrong. Is it a name error?
Yeah, name error showing.
Yeah, just check. Just check print. Written
Okay.
something wrong in print. If it's not, just hold it. I'll take all the like doubts and errors at the end. Okay. Let me just like, go to a streamline and then we'll take. Okay, now what is the standard way? Like the standard way, like we used to do once we don't have Python, that we need to assign some variables. Let's say here I have two numbers, I need to assign two different variables. And after that, I need to perform the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, all these things. Okay, now division comes with interesting fact. 5 plus 2, if you do an addition, you can see, nice. I forgot to run this cell only. So 5 plus 2, you just check 7. After that, if you do a minus b, definitely you'll get 3. Multiply if you do 10. And if you simply divide, if you get 2.5. Okay. Okay, someone asked like keyboard shortcut. Keyboard shortcut is if you press shift and enter, then it will run. Okay. So till now it's fine. Now we have three more things, that is floor value, remainder, and power. Okay. Now what is floor value? Any idea? Remainder, floor value. I hope these terms are all of you know.
No idea.
What are the numbers I have? 5 and 2. Okay. So let's do a basic division. I hope this format of division everyone might have done when we used to be a kid. Anyways, so how we can do this division? 2 2s are 4, and so here this is known as floor value. This is a remainder, right? Now let's say a equal to 5 and b equal to 2. Okay, present. So this is a, this is b basically. If you simply use a / b, then I'll be getting this floor value. So this is I'm getting by a / b. Okay. Now, if I want to check get the remainder, how we can get it? A percentage b. Very, very important stuff. Okay. So a / b, a percentage b. Fine. Doubt? All of you, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, I'm hoping everyone is aligned. So simple, if you just use a / b, which is floor value, that is 2. And after that, if you simply use a percentage b, you get what? 1. Because 1 was your remainder, right? Now also we have something called a * b. It is nothing but a power, means a to the power of b. So for example, let's say a value is 5 and b value is 2. If you simply write a * b, you will that means 5 square. That will be 25.
Right.
Okay. Remember, a * b, a is this 5, b is the power. Whatever is given after this * at the right side, that will be treated as power. So a * b, that is simple 25. So these are the basic arithmetic operations that we can do. Remember, it doesn't matter how complex a mathematical function is. You can simply pass in a single print statement here, and you just need to define the proper variables, and you can simply write the formula over here, and it will calculate it for you. Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, if I want the power 5, 2 to the power 5, we can write b * a.
Yeah, definitely you can write.
Sir,
Yeah.
Sir, here, suppose I have assigned a value to a variable a. If I'm without adding the syntax of print, if I'm typing A and running it, then also I'm getting the value, sir. Suppose I
Yeah, yeah.
stored my name in A.
Yes, you will get it here in Python, particularly in this notebook. Okay, because it is what IPYNB file. If you try to do the same thing in .py file, you will get an error. This is the
Okay.
advantage of Jupyter, you can say.
Sir, so we don't necessarily have to write print if we are using Jupyter.
Yes, you can say that. We have the additional advantage.
Okay, sir.
Perfect. Now, if you have understood this thing, I have a problem statement for you. Try to think and try to answer. This is my input. Okay, I have a particular a value that is present in A, which is 10, and another value in B that is 20. Okay. Now, this is my input, and I want to make it as an output where I want A value as 20, B value as 10. Okay.
Vice versa you want.
Yeah, sorry.
So you want vice versa.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, the swapping. This is my input. This is my output. Okay. Now tell me how I can like get this thing, how I can swap this value that is already inserted inside my variable. Remember, you can't directly write like A equal to 20, B equal to 10. You can't directly assign. Okay. Tell me how I can do this. I guess I have
Using
to
a
answer.
temporary variable.
What? Someone said. something.
Using a temporary variable.
Yeah, using a temporary variable, we can directly do it. Now, just tell me how we can do it, what code I need to write. Let me share the screen again. Yeah. So 1020 here, if I just print, I want 2010. I want A value as 20, B value as 10. Now, how I can do this? Someone said I can,
We can take
let's say T.
like temporary variable and we can store like
A value
T
in
is equal
temporary variable.
to T is equal to B.
T.
Then
A is equal to sorry, B is equal to A and T is A equal to T.
A equal to T. Now, let me explain what is basically. So currently it is a temporary value. That means it has nothing present inside, right? Now, the first thing that what I'm doing, T equal to B. Okay. Tell me what is the B value currently?
20.
20. So T equal to B means what is the T value?
20.
20, right? After that, after this line, if I write B equal to A, what will be my B value?
20.
10.
B value would be 10
10.
because I'm storing A value inside B, right?
Sir, I can't understand. Please
Yes.
repeat again.
Thing is, see, first what I'm doing, that T equal to B. That
Yes.
is T value, B value was what? 20?
20.
20.
Yeah. Now, after that, once I assign B inside T, that means T value will also be 20.
Yes.
In this case, what I'm doing, B equal to A. Now, what's happening in this line, B equal to A?
So B is equal to A. So the value of B is 20 and the value of A is 10.
Yeah. So after the, like executing this line, what will be my B value?
So 2.
How it will be 2.
10.
My B value would be what?
20.
A value what?
10.
10,
B
10.
equal to 10.
10.
That's what I said.
After that, what? It's written A equal to T.
T.
See, B equal to 10, we already got. Okay, this one. And after that, I need A value as 20. After this line, which variable having the value 20? That is T.
A.
So I'm assigning A equal to T. So currently A value is what? 20. And that is our answer. Right? T equal to
Yes, sir.
B equal to A equal to T. Very simple. B equal to B equal to A equal to T. See. Previously it was 10 and 20. After that it is 20 and 10. Now this is again a very basic thing that we try to do at the very first day for every program language. Swap two numbers by using a third variable. So tell me if anyone having any doubt here, how everything is done.
Yes.
Any doubt?
Sir, I even don't understand how the value B is,
No.
comes to 10 when the B value is 20.
What?
Sir, I don't even understand the how B value is equal to A goes to 10. In
What?
the second point,
What is your input? A
it's A is 10.
10. If you assign B, if you write B equal to A, what
Yes,
is
sir.
then what value you are assigning?
10, okay. Sir.
10. So that's why B equal to 10.
Okay, sir.
That's all.
Yes, sir.
Any more doubt?
No, sir.
Perfect. Now, as I said, Python is a better language, controversially, and I believe it. And we have a shortcut. What we can write? If you just write this line, your swapping is done. Wanna see? Check it.
Instead of the T is equal to B is equal to A is equal to T,
Anything,
we
yeah.
can also go with this. A
Yes,
comma B is equal to.
exactly. But remember, this is only for Python. No other program language support this thing. Not a single program language. Okay. So this is what?
So
Like-
the same thing we can use more than two variables also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number of variables you can, if you want, you can use. That's the flexibility of Python. Okay. Everyone remember this rule? Bodmas rule
Yes.
would be something else. Okay, so tell me, for this, what will be my output?
11.
For this one?
8.
8. This one?
17.
17.
17.
17. Perfect. And this one?
25.
25.
This one is 25.
25.
25.
Okay. Hey, by the way, I forgot to tell you, this hash actually we use to make a comment. So this thing is also as a comment, but again, this is a feature of Jupyter, or it's a notebook, any kind of Python notebook. But if you have a .py file, you don't have this kind of comment exist. Okay. Where you just have like one cell, and if you put a hashtag over any line, it would be treated as comment, and whatever you will write, it won't be executed as a code. Okay. So let's check the answers. If I print A, it is 11, print B, 8, 17, 25, and like this, 2, 18. Okay. So any doubt here?
No, sir.
It's simply like the basic of mathematical, like arithmetic rule that it follows. Okay, moving on to the data types. Now, let me take the example of this thing. So see, I have 4 different type of value that is given. Okay. So, so the first one is given as a equal to 34. Now, what is this? There is something called data type. Okay. What kind of data I'm passing? Because you already know every data is not same. If you recall your Tableau or Power BI, every data is not same. You have this kind of numeric data present. You have this kind of string data present. And this thing is known as Boolean. This thing is known as float. So same thing, we also need to follow in Python that if you assign a equal to 34, it will be int. If you give a string value inside quotes, it would be str. It's a string type. If you pass string, it is
Float.
Now, what is a float? That yeah,
float.
tell me.
Decimal point.
Decimal point.
Decimal point.
So, if you check the data type, is it a float or integer?
So it is integer.
Float.
No, it is a float. Integer is this one. And this thing is Boolean.
Boolean.
Yeah, something actually reminded me from the Boolean thing. So all of you know, right? What is a Boolean?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
There are multiple, yeah, there are multiple type of number system that we have. Other than Boolean, can anyone tell me what are the types of number system we have? Like the number system we use, 1 to 10. What is called?
Int.
Any idea?
Sir, integer.
No, everything is integer only. But okay.
Binary.
So the thing is,
Hello.
like computer can only understand like true or false. That is basically 0 or
Binary.
yeah, that is binary. Binary only contains 0 and 1. Okay. The number system that we use that we have what? 0, 1 up to 9 value that I have, right? This is comes under decimal because we have 10 different characters, right?
So, sir, what it comes under integer or float?
What?
So, what comes in 0 to 9? It comes in the float or integer.
I'm not getting your question. What you asking?
Sir, you have said that 0 to 1 to 9, it comes under what?
Yeah, decimal.
Decimal.
Like this thing we use, right? What are the individual digits we have from 0 to 9?
Sir, decimal V means here, sir, float number.
No. Oh, after point, whatever
Yes.
value are given, these are known as decimal values. Like
Okay.
particular decimal values, whatever after giving the point, after point, whatever values. This is known as decimal. This decimal is different. What
Okay.
I'm saying about number system, like the decimal number system that we use, I have what, 10 different values.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen a number system that has 8 value?
Sir, are you telling about
Number
a
system?
long double, those kind of data types?
No. Long double, like those are like this thing we are not talking. It's a very, very basic number system, like initial phase of computer classes we used to be. Have you heard about something called octal number system?
Yes, sir.
This is octal, 0 to 7. Because
Yes,
after 7 in octal, we don't have any value.
sir. Radix also a number system.
What?
Radix.
Yeah. So can anyone tell me, like, I have this decimal like number system that I have 0 to 9, every individual value. So is it possible that there are some number system that has more number of individual value other than 0 to 9 digit? We might have more digit that is present. Is it possible?
I think hexadecimal.
Exactly. There is something called hexadecimal. Now, how many individual type of digits I have in hexadecimal?
0 to 15.
0 to 15.
0 to 15. Now, how we can like put 15 over there? Like this 15 is our decimal, right?
Sir, it's not 0 to 15. I think it's 10 to 15.
Why it's 10 to 15?
Because 0 to 9 doesn't come in hexadecimal.
Why? Hexadecimal. Hexadecimal means what? Hexa means 6. Decimal is 10. That means it has total 16 individual characters, starting with 0, ending up to somewhere. That is also in decimal, we say 15. But can anyone tell me what this 15 actually denotes in hexadecimal? E. So what are the 16 individual stuff is given? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E. A stands for 10, B stands for 11, C, D, E. Okay. These are the number system, basic number system. If you want to check, you can check it in Google for more. And actually in initial, generally it happens in like the second sem or first sem, we needs to do the engineering mathematics, this kind of conversion, that let's say I have like 10 in decimal. What will be the converted thing in binary? How I can convert the 10 decimal value in binary? Those kind of question we used to solve. But anyways, the thing like I want to ask you, that all of you agreed that computer can only understand 0 and 1. My reason is why. What's wrong with this decimal? 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 9. Why a computer only understands 0 and 1? Can anyone give me a good answer?
Because sir, it understands only binary numbers.
Yeah, like why binary? What's wrong with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Why it is only binary? Like we
Because
right.
binary numbers stores long values. So I guess to minimize that, or to understand better, I guess that's the reason binary language has been introduced.
Okay. Can you tell me what will be the binary value of 9? Any idea? Let me tell you. If you like, this is my decimal. Okay. If you convert decimal in binary, it will show something like this.
4 values.
So what do you think? Do you think like it is like storing this value or storing this value is same? Definitely, it is taking 4 different characters, right?
So because we have built only like this only, like in binary number only, that's why it represents.
So you are saying that if we start from scratch, can we like create from 0 to 9 decimal? And do you think that if this is so effective that
It is convertible, but 9 is not
Microsoft,
convertible.
Apple is not doing it? Okay. So do you know like what is a register? Transistor, register, anything? Leave everything. All of you use a switch? Like light switch, fan switch?
Yes, sir, we know transistor resistor.
Leave transistor resistor. Let me give you a generic example. All of you know what is a switch?
Yes, sir.
Like what is the basic operation of switch?
On off.
On and off. If your something is on, that is known as, if the switch is off, that is known as 0. And this is the basic principle the whole computer works. Computer doesn't understand these binary cases because the property of a basic switch, either it will be off or it will be on. Either the current will flow, either it will flow or it won't flow. This is the reason we have binary. And this is the only thing computer can understand, because computer are made of what? Motherboard are made of what? Registers. That what it can do, it basically works with on and off. Whether it is on, whether it is off. Interesting, right? So try to think that this kind of stuff, although we went so far. Anyways, let's come back. Okay, so as I said, we have 4 different data types, that is integer, string, float, and boolean. Okay, now let me run it. And there is a function called type. If you like put type, if you put the variable, you can actually check what kind of data type the variable is. So if you just print type A, what is saying? Class int, that means it is integer class. Okay, if you check type B, now I passed as a string, so it comes under str class, that is my string. Now we have float and boolean. I have some values over there after points, so it will be taking as float. As you can see, this is float, and this is my boolean. This is my boolean variable. The short form is bool.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me, any doubt in the data types? What are the different data types I have in Python? Most used. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, someone actually said we have something called long and double, those kind of stuff. Okay. So can you tell me, like, why we use the long like type? For example, long int, you must be like seen like C language. Why we use long int?
So if the input is a bigger number, then
It's really big, then long. Okay. Again, Python has an advantage. So remember, there are some program language, for example, C, C++. In this language, you have a particular limit. Okay, a particular variable can store this limit of data. Beyond that, we can't store it. But this is not the case with Python. Python can store a huge number of data dynamically. Means depending upon the size of the data, the variable is allocated. Okay, it doesn't have any limit. You can store millions and millions of data in a variable. There's a way, and that we'll see later. This is the advantage, that we don't need to use here long, double, those kind of stuff, because it can dynamically expand his memory. Okay.
sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, what is Python equivalent to that varchar that we used in SQL?
Varchar we mostly use for string only. Actually, varchar is a general stuff that we use, whether it's a string, integer, everything supports. So you can think of a string, right?
Other terms.
Okay, now tell me. I have 3 like input given. Okay, let's say 3, 4, 2. Okay, now what I'm doing an addition. What will be my result? What will be my expected result?
9.
9. Everyone agrees that it will be 9? It should be.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look. What the hell? Why it's giving 342, not 9?
It's taking string.
Exactly. Because we know string concatenation. See, this value, the data type is allocated was what? String, str. But here, when I'm taking input, I am taking input as a number, right? Am I taking input as a number? See, I'm taking it as a like number 5 and I'm printing it, and what I'm getting 5.
Yes,
Now
sir.
let's try to check the type. Now see, although I'm taking I'm passing a number, but A is actually storing it as a string. Why? Any idea?
We have put it in double quotations.
Where we are putting in double quotations?
The input syntax takes by default string only.
Exactly. Always remember, very, very important, that input, the input function always takes a input as a string, always. Okay. Now, what I'm passing, whatever I pass, it will always be taking as a string. Now the thing is, in order to make it as an integer, what I need to do? I need to make a way to tell my input function that whether whatever you are taking it, it is not a string, it is basically an integer. So treat it as an integer. Okay. This thing is known as typecasting. Very, very important. Now, how we can do this typecasting? I am simply passing the whole input statement inside a function called int. Int function will tell that whatever I'm passing, it will be a integer. It will be strictly as integer. Let me run it. 3, 4, 2. Oops. Leave it. 1, 1. So see, let me run it again. 3, 4, 2. Yeah. So here you can see I'm getting the result 9. Because what's happening, my whole input statement is passed inside the integer, int function. Int is an integer function. Integer function will tell that whatever you are passing over there, it is a integer, not a string. And this thing is known as typecasting.
Sir, if
So,
we
sir,
sir, if we check what is the number 9, so that it can be show it is a integer.
Yeah, currently it will show as an integer.
Okay.
So what is expr in the code?
This is a
Expression.
variable, expression of variable. It's just a variable. I can give any name, doesn't matter.
sir, previously what you executed was like concatenate, right? So all the three variables were resulted as concatenate, like 3, 4, 2.
Exactly.
But
Because
now it is getting added. Why?
yeah, because before it was what? It was string.
Input statement.
Currently, it is a integer. So if you add integer, it will simply add it.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Tell me, is it clear? What is typecasting? This is like very popular question. So typecasting is a phenomena where you are forcefully changing a default data type. Okay. Just like int function We also have float function. We also have str function. We also have Boolean function. Okay. So if you want to change it forcefully into another type, you can use all these functions. There are multiple functions present. So ultimately, that if you want to change a particular data type forcefully, that means what you are doing, you are typecasting it. Tell me if you have any doubt till now. All of you, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's better. Fine. Now, let's try to understand equal to and equal. What is the difference between equal to?
So, sir, if a question comes like, what is the use of typecasting? Then
Yeah.
in that case, we can explain these two methods, right?
Yeah, definitely. You can give it. This will be the best example, that because by default, the print statement takes string. And if you want to make it as an integer, this is the way to do it. Okay, so now you know, like a equal to 3. What this means that I am storing this 3 value inside a, right? We have also something called equal. Okay, if I write a equal 3, this thing means, let's say a have a value, a value already stored. It will compare that whether this value is 3 or not. Okay, it works like a condition.
Okay.
And if whether this is value is 3 or not, what are the possible outputs that you will get from here? Either it could be 3 or it won't be 3.
Yes, sir.
So that means you only have 2 different output,
Whether it is or not.
or it will be false.
Yes, sir.
Get it? That you'll always get a Boolean output. So try to understand this difference. This thing means you are assigning a value inside a variable. This thing means you are comparing a value what is present already inside a variable. Okay? Check it. A is 33. Let's print A and let's print this thing. So A value is 33 and I'm matching the value with what? 2. So that's why it is giving false. Now,
So we are asking to whether it is correct or wrong, right? If we say a equal to 33, then it will say true.
yeah, and in this case also, if you change the A value, it will give you true. So equal will always give you the binary output, whether it will be true or it will be false. In this case, what will be my output?
The false.
Definitely. Next one.
True.
True. This thing, exclamation equal to means not equal to.
Not equal.
False.
True. Because not equal to. So this one.
The false.
First tell me, like I can see
Greater.
this thing.
So
Is it a
less
greater
than.
than or less than?
Less than.
Less than.
Okay.
Less
Remember,
than.
it is a less than, please.
Less than.
True.
Who said true?
False.
My
कौन बोला
bad.
भाई true?
Sorry. It's my bad. Sorry.
Okay. In this case, less than equal to. Remember,
True.
if one of the conditions satisfies, that means it's true.
Yes, sir. True.
It is equal to, but it's not less than, but still
Yes.
it will be true.
True.
Basic math thing. This one,
False.
definitely false. This one,
True.
The true.
true. This case,
True.
true. And the last one,
False.
False.
perfect. So this is how we can compare. Again, these are arithmetical operations. that we can do, but these things also we can use it as a condition. So once we start the conditional statement, probably today or tomorrow, we will start conditional statements. And inside the conditional statements, this equal sign be heavily used, because a condition can have only two kind of like output, whether it will be true or it will be false. There is no middle, because here also it's a binary. It's a boolean. So basically binary. Okay, now I have a task to do, but I have the answers written, so let me remove it. So to know like Celsius and Fahrenheit thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I ask you that, let's say there is a converter you need to create. Okay. For example, let me write the input statement. A Celsius is given. And I'm writing value. Okay. Now, this is given in Celsius. Okay. Now I want to convert this thing in Fahrenheit. How I can convert it?
So there is a formula.
Yeah. Can anyone tell me what is the formula?
What?
What is the formula? Can anyone tell me?
Nine.
I don't remember exactly.
Basically, yeah. Tell me.
Sir, I have read it somewhere the past 2 months. Sir, if I am not wrong, that is 9/5.
Plus 32, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
9/5 plus
So
32.
how we can write this equation here?
Sir,
Like suppose Celsius is 30 degrees Celsius. So 30 into 9/5.
Yeah, that is fine. What is the next line I need to write? Tell me.
the 9. The
A equals to, sorry.
First, I need a variable, definitely. So let's say
C. Sir, C. Sir,
Yeah,
C.
F
I need a
equals to-
variable.
F is equal to
I need a variable to store. So that's why let's say
9/5.
integer, int.
like it's already int. I've given it. So I don't need to
Yes.
make it int.
9/5 then. F is equals to
9
9/5
by 5.
9 by
plus 32.
then
That's-
what about C?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Plus
that's what I'm
32.
asking. What about C?
What about C? C would be maybe multiply
Yeah.
or something.
C into.
Yes.
C into 9 by 5.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
No, don't know.
Sir, we will
Exact formula.
sir, we will put this thing in bracket. Celsius
need?
9/5.
Do you need? Do you need bracket here?
No, yeah, we can not.
As per the priority, we don't need, because we want like this thing first and after plus 32. And these like division multiplication has more priority than addition, right?
Yes.
Run it. Celsius, let's say 10 degree. Right? Now let's do the opposite stuff. Let's say a Fahrenheit is given and you want to make it as Celsius.
Hello.
Let's say in this case F is given and you want to make it as a Celsius. Now what I need to write is equal to
The F.
Here I need a bracket. F minus 32 times 9 by 5.
5.
5 by 9.
Very nice.
Print. I hope you know, like if you give 32, that will be a 0 degree Celsius. Okay. Does anyone remember at which point we'll get a exact Fahrenheit and Celsius value? Like both the value will be same. You can
No,
remember
sir.
your physics. There is a point where your both Celsius and Fahrenheit value will be equal.
Now put the
Any idea? Try to find it out. Otherwise,
sir.
all of you will forget. Find it out. Tell me in my next class. Moving on. Again, this is already given. Let's try to do it. So area and perimeter of a circle. Anyone remember the formula? What is the area and what is the perimeter of a circle? So area, like perimeter, is like 2 pi r, and
Square.
area is pi r square.
pi r square
Now, what is r?
radius.
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 Let's take radius as user input. Enter the radius. Right. Now, let's say I want to calculate perimeter. What I need to write?
2 pi r.
2 pi
Pi
r.
r.
2.
Pi r.
There is
Pi.
pi, but a lot of things we need to do. What is the pi value?
22 upon
22 by
7.
7. By 7.
1314.
3.4.
3.14.
And times
The r radius.
R.
Into r.
and area.
The
Pi r.
Pi r
square.
square.
pi r square.
Into r.
Into r into r.
Simple. So let me print
Parameter.
perimeter. Area. Let me give 5. This is the perimeter and this is the area. Right? Okay, now let's try to do this thing. Now here you tell me that I need to do the bill. I need to create the total bill, and this is the thing that is given. Okay, I take a pack of pencil that is like 20 number, that will be cost as 75. Pack of ball pens, that is 30. Long size notebook, this one regular size notebook. That much. Now I will choose like a number of, I could choose 1, 2, 3, 4, anything, and ultimately I need to create a bill, total bill, right? So first tell me what will be my input.
Number of pencils.
Number of pencils. Okay, now let's create that. Let's create the user input. So let me create, like, for example, pencil. Okay, let me write input the number. So we need an input for pen. And enter the number of pens. After that, we also have like long size, long notebook, long notebook. And after that, we have regular size. Like, for example, enter the number of regular notebook. Right? Okay, someone's mic is on. Please mute yourself. Now I need to create a total bill. Now tell me how I can create the total bill.
Sir, it's compulsory to write semicolon after this all things.
Huh? What?
It's compulsory to print semicolon here. Like after pens also, pencils also, you have written
I
semicolon.
haven't given any semicolon, by the way. And this is colon. No,
Sorry, colon. Yeah.
whatever you write over here, it is be taking as a string. So it doesn't matter. There is no semicolon thing in Python. Right?
Sorry, colon. Yeah, colon.
This is colon. Semicolon is this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Now tell me, like here, I need to calculate the total bill. Let me write print total bill. Now tell me, I will only write one line. What I need to write over here? How I can calculate the total bill?
By applying the formula.
Giving expression is.
Yeah. So let's say I want to buy like 5 pencils, right? So what will be my total bill for pencil only?
The 375.
5 times 75. So how I
375.
huh?
375.
Yeah, you
5
don't need to
times
calculate me. You don't need to tell me the calculator. Just tell me the formula. What I need to write. That 5 times 75. So
the
here,
5 into 75.
yeah. So here what I need to write in this function?
5 into 75.
Array, where is 5? There is no 5 present. Pencil times
75.
75 plus
10
pen times 30
Plus
plus
long notebook.
note times
Notebook
127.50.
7.50 plus
127.50.
red
41.40.
times 41.40. Do I need any more bracket in?
1.40.
Do I need any brackets in between?
Yes,
So
sir.
you have to. No, sir.
No. First it will do the calculation, then only it will go for the addition, right?
Yes.
Use it. That's a 5, 3, 2, 6. This is your total. Okay. Now, there are a couple of things that I need to tell you. Let me also add it as a comment. We are giving a variable name. For example, I can tell it name equal to anything. Hello, for example. So tell me, this name and this name, are they same or different?
The name is same, but the output you have write is different. Hello and
So
hi.
what I'm trying to say that if I execute this cell and if I print name with a capital N, name with a small n, will I be getting the same output or different output?
Different output.
Different output because
Case sensitive.
are completely different.
Different.
Okay. Because Python is highly case sensitive. Now, this thing is fine. After that, tell me, I need a couple of stuff. Let me put it over here. Okay. Can I define a value, a variable like name, like this? Can I define a variable like this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there is no problem. Then can I define a variable, this thing? Can I define it as a variable?
No,
No, sir.
no, sir.
Because it is already a number.
String value.
Can I define a variable like this?
No, sir.
We can't. Right?
No, sir.
Can I define a variable like this?
Yes, sir.
We can. Right? We still can.
What is the difference between the first one and the second one, which you write? Like first you put alphabetical numbers.
Yeah. The thing is, if you put the numbers before the like the strings, I mean this alphabetical thing, it won't be detected as a variable. Okay. So see, number is taking separately, then this part taking separately. But
Hello.
it's possible.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, in the column number 87, if you write instead of 67 any name or text, so that it can take the value.
No, it won't. This thing can't take any kind of value.
So value means any text value. If you write any name, any sentence over here instead of 67, the output.
No.
So what is the output?
Whatever you write doesn't matter because it won't be taking it as a variable. Okay. It won't be even taking it as a variable. So whatever you want to pass doesn't matter. Here you can do it. Okay.
So can you type any text value over here in the column 88?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this. Doesn't matter like what is the type of the value. This thing are not even allowed to take it as a data type. That's why I'm giving you these examples. Okay, one more. Do you know what are the special characters?
Yes, sir.
These
The
stuffs.
at the rate, hash,
Yeah.
asterisk,
Yeah.
dollar.
Can you take it as a variable?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Can you take it as a variable?
No, no. No, sir.
Can't. Can you take it as a variable?
No.
Hmm?
No, sir.
Just check. Special characters are not allowed to take it as a variable name, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But it is allowed in brackets, right?
Brackets are not considered as a special character. Although
No, the values into in brackets. If it is
values into
special
brackets,
characters, special character.
no, you can't also this thing. You can't also use it as a variable. Although in this case you can, I guess. Yeah, it is now taking it as a variable. Python is smart, but we don't use. It's an extra thing, and actually brackets are not comes in the special characters. But only one special character is allowed. Any guesses?
Sir, yes. Sir, hello. Sir, hash.
Underscore.
Underscore is the only thing, only special character that is allowed. Okay. Why is allowed? To understand it visually, that I want to give it as a space. Because is it allowed to take it as a variable?
No.
We can't give a space inside. The same thing, I'm running out of cells. The same thing, if I want to write hello. Now, it will take it as a variable. Right? Can you take it like this?
No, sir.
Yeah, you can. with underscore, ठीक है. And can you make it like this?
Yes, sir.
Again, answer is yes. So underscore is the only thing that is allowed in only special character that is allowed in the naming convention of variable. Okay. Clear how you can define a variable and what are the things you not supposed to use? Clear, right? Or if you have any doubt, you can ask me.
Clear, sir.
Okay, perfect. Okay, now let's see like how we can use this escape. Very easy. You just print. Hello, how are you? Okay, so we have two like characters that \n/t. Remember, these are backslash. This is a slash that we use for division. This thing is backslash. Okay, and we are talking about the backslash, not the slash. Inside a string, it has to be inside a string. If you write \n, okay, you know what will happen?
So the line will change.
It will create a new line. Exactly. And also, if you put #t, it will give you a distance. Any idea like how this distance is allocated? And what is this t stands for?
Tab.
Tab, exactly. And this is nothing but a tab distance. Like if you simply use tab, it will, sorry. I mean, if you simply, oh, you can't use tab over here, it will give you suggestions. If you use tab, you actually get a higher space mostly. So this is the thing.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, what is how many times the space are given here between the how are and you? So here.
Sorry, what?
So how much time the space are giving between the here?
Yeah, like this is just a tab space. And
If, how much time? So how much time it give the space?
I mean, it is not like measurable that how much time. Like actually depends like how much tab space your machine is allocated. You will see, like in Microsoft Word, if you write a tab, the tab space are allocated like probably four spaces or 6 spaces.
Yes, sir.
In some other Python IDE, for example, PyCharm, it might take 4. For Spider, it might take 6. It depends. So,
But here we can't define.
yeah, here probably it takes 4. Like 4 tab spaces actually it takes like this. 4. Okay, so now let's start control flow tomorrow itself. Let's come to some Python special stuff. And from tomorrow's class, we will start the control flow. Hopefully, or we can start it a little bit. Let's see. Anyways, so Python special stuff, some stuff that is given. Here you can see, like if I'm writing like 1 plus 2, okay, I'll be getting 3. And this is an example of string concatenation. That is what? 1 to 12, right? Now, also, this is also a string concatenation. The output that I'll be getting, that is Robin Hood. This is multiplication. Now, this thing is also unique for Python, that if you multiply a string with a number, okay, numeric number like 2, it will simply multiply 2 times. So you'll be getting hello, hello. So if you with 5, you're getting hello 5 times. Let me give a space. Then you can just. It's actually giving 5 hellos, right? Understood like how this is coming?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
what if you give any like this value? Yeah. Simply it will give you error that I can't understand.
So how
Guys,
how
request-
12 comes?
Huh? What?
The how the 12 in the second line.
Yeah.
106.
How the 12 comes? Tell me.
Also,
Concatenate.
it's
It's
in
concatenate.
second line.
Yeah, this one. 12. How this thing comes from here? It's only coming.
String concatenate.
String concatenation.
Concatenate, yeah.
Because I'm passing one, but I'm passing in what? Inside a quote. And if I pass something inside a quote, it will be taking it as a string.
So we are doing concatenate.
Yeah, here it is concatenating. And the first one, I'm passing simple integers, it's actually adding.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah. So this is basically the Python for the day 1. Now, whatever we have covered, just let me take a look. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much everything is covered. Now, one more thing that let's talk about here only, the comments. So can anyone tell me like why the comments are needed? Once
That would define.
So for notes, to leave some notes, some important stuff which need to
to
be mentioned.
leave some notes, and definitely.
To have a note.
Yeah, the reason is your code will be taken, will be checked by others also. And how you are writing the code, what is basically the logic of this particular code, you don't know, like the other people don't know, and he needs to go line by line to check it. And if you check the code for a live project and anything, like those are thousands of lines, 10,000 lines of code. Okay, that is written. And it's not possible for a person to check 10,000 line of code line by line in order to understand each and every logic. So for that, it is always advisable that whatever you are writing your code, please put the logic in the comment as a comment. And here also I given too much comments, right? Many comments. So you can also read that what part, like you are doing what, in which part you are doing what, basically. Right? Now, how you can add comment? I already showed you that. Oh, here. That if you just write something, for example, print the number kind of thing. You just write it, simply run it like this, you will get error. Missing parentheses and different stuff. Because it is a comment. If you put a hashtag over there, it will run. Because hashtag stands for that you are giving it, putting it as a comment. Now remember, if you put hashtag here, okay, then after this, it will be taking it as a comment, but this thing, it's still taking it as a code. Right? Now, for example, you have multiple number of things. Okay. Now, all these things are basically comments, right? What you can do, you can simply add hashtag before each and every line. Or in some ID, there is a shortcut that is given that if you select and if you press hashtag, then automatically a hashtag will come before each and every line. Now, Python has another thing to create multiple line as a comment. Okay. And this is also regarding with the quotes. You need to use single quote 3 times. Exactly 3 times. And after that, put also single quote 3 times. Okay. Now, this thing is, we'll be taking it as a comment. See. this is exactly like this one, raw and deconvert. So see, this is basically this is known as raw string. So see here, although I'm writing in the new line, it's coming with \n, right? \n means there is a new line after each and every thing.
Each and every paragraph.
Yeah, like wherever there is a new line, it will allocate. Right?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, like till now, like, okay, let me take a pause. So first tell me, like whatever things I have covered. Okay, where is my, okay, yeah. Okay, whatever thing I have covered, like, do you have any doubt in anywhere? This is the very first class. We have covered a couple of stuff. We have covered starting from a basic print statement up to what are the different data types we have. We saw the arithmetic stuff, arithmetic equations, and many regarding things. So tell me, like, if you have any doubt anywhere, then I'll clear it out first.
So you will be sharing this notebook now?
Yeah, I'll share. Like after the session only, I'll share.
I have two questions here.
Yeah.
My first question is that why we are doing it in browser? Like whenever I'm clicking on launch, it is opening in a browser.
Yeah.
And secondly, like how, let's suppose if I'm working in a notebook, how
Yeah.
I can see the notebook and reopen it again when I require that in future.
Yeah, simple. Like why it's opening in a browser, because it is created like that so that you don't need to open a heavy software on it. Jupyter is a lightweight thing and it actually runs in pretty much each and every machine, and it actually creates a local host, and basically a server actually creates a server which is localhost 8080 port, and it will always open it in a browser only. And if you like, let's say if you stop it, okay, and then you need to know like where it is saved. Basically, you need to know the path. And once you open the Jupyter notebook again, like if you want to open the Jupyter notebook again, you first need to turn on the Jupyter notebook software. And after that, you need to navigate through the path and you can find it.
Can you show it live once?
Yeah.
Can you share a screen and show it, sir?
Yeah. Okay, great. Share the screen first. Okay, let's say this is the notebook. Okay, this is the notebook only, and I want to find it. I want to, let's say I'm closing it. I'm closing the whole thing. I am even closing Anaconda.
So sir, without quitting, we have to save the file.
Yeah, if you want to save the file, you can simply write press Ctrl S, but Jupyter Notebook is always auto saved. Okay.
Okay.
Most of the time it is auto saved, so you don't need to worry about the saving. So either you can first start Anaconda Navigator, okay, or you can directly write Jupyter. Okay, if you directly write Jupyter, the Jupyter Notebook will come over here. If you press enter, it will directly open the Jupyter Notebook. Actually, it takes less time. So once you open it, okay, now I don't want to. Once you open the Jupyter Notebook, these folders will come. Now, what is the path? The path is nothing but your C drive, your user, your name, or whatever the name the machine is. And this is basically the path that is showing over here. Okay. From here, you need to navigate to that particular file. So for example, in my desktop, I have something called Coachx Live somewhere. I can find this one here. In this Coachx Live, I have multiple folders. One folder is Python plus one. Inside Python plus one, I have this like this one, this notebook I have present. Now, how you can navigate to from here? Here also, you can find desktop. Inside desktop, I have my Coachx Live. Inside, I have Python class 1. And here I have my Python introduction and computational state. And it will open like this. It will take some time and you can use the notebook again. Everything, each and everything is saved. The advantage of using Jupyter Notebook that the outputs are also saved. As you can see, all the outputs are also saved. And also you can check that how many inputs like iteration and how many out iteration you did last time. Each and everything is saved. This is the one of the reason that I use Jupyter Notebook. Okay, I hope it's clear.
Yes, sir. Only last question. Just for curious. I'm asking, let's suppose I don't have an internet connection. Okay.
Yeah.
Will that notebook work? on the
Yeah, you don't need internet to open this Jupyter Notebook.
Okay.
See, this is the local host. Do you have an idea like how, like what is this local host? Like how the server, what is this 8888, this thing?
No, sir, I'm from non-tech
Okay.
background.
So yeah, okay, let me tell you. So what happens that like if you like some softwares, what actually does, it creates a server. Now, I guess you know the basic thing, like what is a server and what is a client. Server is
Yeah.
something where you have the main hardware, and client are means what the server, whatever the server provides, you use. Like let's say 5 clients using one server. Like this is the basic server client architecture. Now here, like a software actually creates a server inside your machine only. Okay, so in order to create a server, it needs a port number. Now port numbers are different. Like if you have database installed, you will see it is running in a particular port number, and it is actually creating a server inside your machine. And in that particular server, there you are storing all the tables and you are extracting whatever like DBMS database structure you use. Always works like this. The advantage of creating a server that is that your thing is lightweight. Your thing is very lightweight. Like let's say you have very less amount of RAM, or let's say you are running multiple stuffs like there, you can still just open a server because it is what is opening, basically Google Chrome. And from that Google Chrome, by using that server, you can use it. Like, and Jupyter Notebook is also created like that. Okay.
Perfect, sir.
Like the very basic example I can give. Let me show you other Python IDs. Here you can see this is PyCharm. If you open it, now other Python IDE looks something like this. Those who are coming from Eclipse or Turbo C++ or code blocks, if you have heard about this thing, you can like let's say you can relate. This is a Python notebook, Python ID looks like, and this is I'm using PyCharm. Okay.
The PyCharm and Python is the part of the Python.
Python is the like.
I won't say PyCharm is the part of the Python.
PyCharm is not a part of the Python. PyCharm is the software. Okay, just like Anaconda, you have Anaconda software. This is PyCharm software. Okay. Now,
So, sir, hello.
Yeah, tell me.
So, sir, which we are doing on the Python, it is different for the PyCharm.
No, the same Python we can also use. There are multiple. I'll show you. This is terminal. Okay, this thing also I need to tell you, that terminal stuff. I'm creating a Python file. Okay, as you can see, just try to understand like बहुत ऊपर से समझो उतना ही काफी है. Hello. This is the Python file. Can you check the extension?
Yes, py.
.py, because it is not a IPYNB file. Now see, in IPYNB file, how I was running here, how I was running. I was running in one particular cell, and then I can jump into other cell. And for each cell, I have an output.
Sir, IPYMB is the part of Python Jupyter and .py is the part of Python.
Exactly. .py means it's a Python file. .ipynb is the
Part of Jupyter.
notebook file. That is part of Jupyter. If you use
Jupyter.
Google Colab, that is also the ipynb file. Okay. One is Python file, one is Python notebook. Now here you have only the one cell that is given. For example, if you write print 5 plus 6 like this, and if you run it, you will get an output. See, it's running. Oh wow, it's run on the test case only. It is a little complex to use, like for you, it is complex. There is multiple ways. This is like that. See, you are getting what? 11. Here, this is the input, and here you are getting output. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now,
It's good for web scraping, right?
it is for use for development. Any kind of development you can do. See, as I said, that the 5 plus 6 without print statement you can only do in Python notebook, not in Python IDE.
So what is the extension of PyCharm?
PyCharm is not the extension. PyCharm is the whole software.
Means, sir, if we want to save any file in the PyCharm, so sir, what is the
.py.
.py.
.py. Always .py. There is not IPython notebook, no Python notebook support in PyCharm. Okay.
Okay, sir.
One example, like this is the PyCharm looks like. Heavily used in the development. Actually, both Anaconda and PyCharm, both are used in development. Okay.
Sir, can you explain the
Sir,
what kind of the development?
Yeah, that I'll like any development you can find, like it, let's say you are creating a machine learning project. It's better to use Anaconda. Let's say if you are doing any kind of testing, software testing. Okay, like once you create the project, then also you need to test. Then it's better to use, you can use PyCharm. Let's say you only need to write a Python file, .py file. Okay, and you want to execute. Let's say script kind of. PyCharm. But Anaconda is like, let's say you have a big code, you need to understand that code in small part, and you need to see like how it's happening. Then use Jupyter. Remember, one task that you are doing, it is doable whatever you use. Okay.
Sir, if we develop any application software, so for want to check that it was working fine or not, so sir, we can use a PyCharm.
You can use a PyCharm, you can do it Anaconda also. See,
okay,
the testing is a big part, okay, huge part that you can't even ever imagine. It's not like you run it for 2 or 3 times, and if it's running, then it's fine. So it's a huge part, and you must have heard about like QA tester, software testing, test engineer. That's a huge pipeline.
Sir, and we
Okay,
also
sir.
use this Django and Flask framework. Is there any use of that in this data science?
Yeah, definitely it has use in data science. Flask, Django, these are like web services, like Python web services. Okay. Now Python web services means what? Like you are getting, let's say you are getting some output, and you want to like pass the output to the backend.
Yes.
Backend project. So for that you can use Django and Flask. But it's a part of data science, but like it has like mostly the web developers.
Yes, right. So in data science, we will not use that, right?
Not necessary. Depends upon like what kind of work you are doing.
Oh, okay, right.
Okay. Now I have a question for all of you. I will tell you 3 terms. Okay. One is known as command prompt. One is terminal. One is PowerShell. What are these things? Can anyone tell?
Command prompt.
And one more thing.
PowerShell and
kernel. 4 stuff: terminal, command prompt, PowerShell, and kernel. What are these things?
in Python.
In general.
engine.
Get results there.
Uh,
Execute.
from command prompt,
Yeah, tell me prompt.
all Windows command we use
All Windows,
command.
Mac, Linux and Mac doesn't have a command prompt. It has a
So,
Yes.
sir, for the hello. Hello.
Yeah, tell me. I can hear you.
Sir, for the terminal, we can say input and output, what we are giving the input and end result, what we getting the output. Terminal.
So only to get got input and output, the command prompt is there. Okay.
No, sir.
Command prompt. Like
In command
input,
prompt,
how
we
to
can
open.
also code, right? So it is.
This is a command prompt. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting a path, C user and my name. Huh? Now, what is command prompt and why like we have the command prompt?
Sir, I don't, sir, in class 10, sir, I use command prompt to copy the file between the one folder to another folder.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and also to have a look at what is there in this folder. Then we also open from this command prompt.
So you can do it in by using mouse also.
Yes.
So basically, PowerShell, command prompt, terminal, these three things. Like actually PowerShell, if you open PowerShell, Windows PowerShell,
Windows PowerShell.
like this. PS means PowerShell. Like PowerShell gives you more access, administration access mostly. So the whole Windows, like where I'm using mouse, I have folders. These are what? GUI, right? Graphical user interface. Ultimately, whatever you are doing, automatically code is generating in the command prompt itself. And from that only, we are executing and we are getting the GUI output also from this command prompt PowerShell. Right? Here, I can simply write CD like desktop. If I write dir, I'll be getting each and everything, right? But this is not the thing. So the what I'm trying to say is, can you run here Python?
Yes, we can.
Yes, sir.
All you need to write, if your Python is
Mhm.
correctly like installed, all you need to write Python,
Python.
enter,
Yes.
and is already created. Now, if you write it's running.
Yes.
But if you don't use a print statement, it will still work. Right? This thing is known as, ultimately, like this thing is known as kernel. Okay. Once you're writing Python, that means you are calling the Python kernel. What is a kernel? Python kernel is used to create, like to execute the Python code and to get the output. You can think of like this, like three arrows are each and one cell. Okay, one cell of Jupyter Notebook where I'm writing multiple stuff. And when I'm pressing enter, in this case, I am running the cell. And as you can see here, you can get a name in. Okay. Does it make sense that how actually Jupyter is working in behind? Because once you open Jupyter, this page will also open. Okay. Here you can check like what's happening. Here it's creating your server. And if you close this page, this notebook won't respond. You'll see. If I just close this Jupyter page, and if you go inside notebook, what is saying? Connection failed, and
yes,
saying kernel connecting to kernel. right? That means it can't find the kernel because I closed the kernel, and kernel is nothing but this. So these are very like simple stuff that you need to know. These are very basic thing. And today we covered the basics of Python, and this is enough. So tomorrow we'll cover the conditional statements, where you will see that how the basic conditional statement works. And I have multiple like examples over there, and we will check the examples. Okay, so yeah, that's all. That's all for today. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.